You know, from the very beginning of the jet age, France decided to do things differently. While pretty much every other nation was leaning on alliances or buying technology from others, French engineers set out on this bold, independent, and let's be honest, often unconventional journey to master the skies all on their own. So let's dive into this incredible story of innovation and pure national sovereignty. And that question, how did they do it all alone? I mean, it really gets to the very heart of French identity in the 20th and 21st centuries. We're not just talking about putting together airplanes here. No, this is about something much deeper. It's about this relentless pursuit of self-reliance, this deep-seated need to have complete control over your own destiny. And the answer, well, it's a story that unfolds over 70 years of trial, plenty of error, and some truly remarkable achievement. So here's our flight plan for this explainer. We'll start with a nation literally rebuilding from the ashes of war. Then, we'll see them break through the sound barrier. Of course, we have to talk about the icon, the Mirage. After that, we'll explore a whole family of specialized aircraft for new roles. And we'll finish up with the ultimate symbol of their total independence, the Rafale. Okay, let's set the scene. Just imagine this for a second. It's the late 1940s. Your country's industrial base has been, well, obliterated by war. Your factories are rubble. Resources are almost non-existent. And yet, you're not just thinking about rebuilding. No, you're aiming to leap headfirst into the most advanced, cutting-edge technology of the day, jet propulsion. I mean, that was the absolutely monumental task France set for itself. And just look at how fast things moved. This timeline really shows the incredible pace they set. We're talking less than 10 years to go from their absolute first purely experimental jet flight with the Triton to cranking out a seriously capable fighter, the Mystère IV, that other countries actually wanted to buy. Every single one of these planes was a vital step up what was an incredibly steep learning curve. You see, those early Dassault fighters, the Ouragan and the Mystère series, they were so much more than just aircraft. These were national projects, you know. They embodied this fierce, undeniable will to regain their technological leadership. The Mystère II was a step up in speed, and then the Mystère IV, wow. That's what pushed France right to the edge of the sound barrier, into what we call the transonic era. It was a huge signal that they were figuring this out, and fast.
Right. So, flying fast was one thing, but it wasn't enough. Not in the Cold War. The new gold standard, the thing that separated the major players from everyone else, was breaking the sound barrier. And this was way more than just an engineering puzzle, it was a geopolitical statement. If you wanted a seat at the big table, if you wanted to be taken seriously, you had to go supersonic.
Yet Mach 1, it was like this invisible wall in the sky separating the old world from the new. Any nation that could build an aircraft capable of sustained supersonic flight was officially in the top tier. You were playing in the same sandbox as the United States and the Soviet Union. It was that big of a deal. And here is the proof that they pulled it off, the Super Mystère. I mean, this was so much more than just another fighter jet. It was a declaration. When this plane entered service, it was the first supersonic aircraft to be mass-produced in Western Europe. Think about that for a moment. France had officially arrived. They proved they could stand on their own 2 feet, and this plane set the stage for an aircraft that would become a true global legend. So what comes after a success like that? Well, it wasn't just another fighter. What came next was an absolute icon, a symbol of French engineering prowess that would for decades dominate the skies and the sales charts. You know what I'm talking about? The Mirage. Just say the name, Mirage III. It just sounds fast and elegant, doesn't it? This plane was the culmination of everything they had learned over the last decade. All those lessons were distilled down into this pure, beautiful delta-winged interceptor. And let me tell you, it was as deadly as it was beautiful. A total masterpiece of Cold War design. So what was the secret sauce? Why was it such a massive hit? Well, for one, it was ridiculously fast. We're talking Mach 2 fast. But the real genius? Its simplicity. It was tough, it was rugged, and you didn't need a superpower-sized budget to keep it flying. That made it a massive export success. It was just the perfect blend of raw performance and down-to-earth practicality. All right, so with the success of the Mirage III, you could say France had basically mastered the art of the fighter jet. They'd cracked the code. So what's next? Well, the challenge was to take all that expertise and apply it to all the other roles a modern Air Force needs. From nuclear strike to maritime patrol, it was time to diversify. And nothing was more central to France's entire strategy of independence than having its own nuclear deterrent. In a world dominated by superpowers, a credible nuclear deterrent was the ultimate insurance policy, the ultimate guarantee of your sovereignty. But to make that real, you needed a delivery system that was fast, absolutely reliable, and 100% under your own control. And that is where the Mirage IV came in. You can think of it as a scaled-up two-engine version of the Mirage III. But it was purpose-built for one single mission, delivering a nuclear weapon. This plane was the physical embodiment of French sovereignty, a technological marvel that ensured France's seat at the top table. But here's the thing. Not every mission happens way up high at supersonic speeds. So the next evolution, the Mirage F1, actually moved away from that pure delta wing. It adopted a more conventional design with a tailplane, which gave it much better performance down at low altitudes and in dogfights. This made it a far more versatile, multi-role fighter, capable of adapting to a whole new range of combat scenarios. And this French mastery wasn't just stuck on land. Oh no, they took it to the seas, developing the tough-as-nails Étendard and its even more famous successor, the Super Étendard, both capable of withstanding the harsh life on an aircraft carrier. And for watching over the vast oceans, they created the jet-powered Breguet Atlantic. I mean, at this point, they were building a specialized aircraft for nearly any conceivable military role you could think of. And all of this whole incredible story, brings us to the modern era. It brings us to the aircraft that is the culmination of this entire 70-year journey. An aircraft designed from the ground up to do everything, ensuring France would never need to rely on anyone else for its air power again. But first, we absolutely have to acknowledge the critical bridge between the classic era and today, the Mirage 2000. It took that delta wing concept from the Mirage III and just supercharged it. It added modern, computerized fly-by-wire flight controls and advanced avionics, creating a fighter of incredible agility that served as France's frontline aircraft for decades. And that brings us to the Rafale. Now, the key to really understanding the Rafale is the concept of omni-role. This isn't just a fancy way of saying multi-role, this is on another level. It's the ability for a single aircraft to switch between completely different missions, like air-to-air combat and ground attack, all in the same flight. It can be an interceptor, a bomber, a nuclear strike platform, and a carrier aircraft, all in one package. The Rafale, with its French-built engine, its French-built radar, and its French-built weapons, is the absolute ultimate expression of operational independence. It is the physical manifestation of that goal they set all those years ago in the ruins of World War II. The entire idea made real in a machine. You know, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The story of French jets is a powerful narrative of national will. It's about a country deciding against all odds to forge its own path and master one of the most complex technologies on Earth. It's an amazing tale of persistence, and it leaves you wondering. It's not just about how they did it. The real question is, what will they dare to build next?